Obviously, it happened in the 14th minute, but how nice is it to know you guys clinched playoffs?
Yeah, I saw the results before the game, and that's one objective, and there's more objectives that we've set out to achieve. And to be honest, the eyes are focused on performing well and not looking too far ahead. But I'm getting updated on those scores. I'm watching the scores when I can, and it's nice to know that some big teams drop points, but that means nothing if we don't get the job done. And I think we stayed focused tonight. The players knew some of those results as well, and it's something that we never talk about. We stay very focused. The team did a really good job of doing that, and I think as a result, it's one of our most complete performances with and without the ball.
Ali has now scored 4 goals in 3 games. What is it about? She hadn't scored any before the Olympics. What's the difference now, her coming back post-Olympics and getting so many goals?
I think before Olympics, we're quite fluid with our holding mids. We was Lindsay and Ali before Amandine got here, and you would always see Ali and Linz in the box. Linz was getting some goals. Ali just hadn't fallen yet. She's playing holding mid. She's often our deepest centre mid. But once we get into a certain phase, we release her and we want her to get in the box because she is a great finisher. We've asked her to play a role where she has to be a more complete midfielder compared to previous years, but we can't take away the ability she has in front of goal, and we get to release her in times where it makes sense and also keep good defensive balance.
8 goals for and 1 against in the last 2 games. Seems like you're really hitting your stride right at the end of the season. What can you say about these last 2 performances that really set you up for the playoff push?
Yeah. Boston game was, I think we could have scored more goals and it could have been a bigger scoreline, but that was performance-wise wasn't great, and we caught Boston on a horrible schedule. They I don't know how they're going to do it. I think they had 5 games in 2 weeks, and no other team has done that. That's doing that this year, and we caught them at a good time. But we weren't really happy with the performance. The first half was not good enough, and the second half was better. At the same time, that's when fatigue kicks in on your opposition, especially coming across the West Coast. So we had some real objectives to be smarter and more intelligent, and I thought we were straight from the beginning today. I think our first possession from the kickoff, we got into the shape, we got into the holes, the pockets, and it ended with a cross. And Sink probably gets that on target next time she has it. So I think the 2 games was a bit different. This was a huge step. I think I said last game was a couple of steps moving forward. This was a giant leap, and we've got to stay at this place with and without the ball. The organisation. It's been a challenging year, and we knew that before we set out. We knew that when we built the team with so many players in and out. It is hard. Look at us in Seattle. I mean, if you look at us, I would say in Seattle we're a 6 out of 10. Sunday we're a 7, 8 out of 10, and tonight 9 or 10. Every time we spend more together on the pitch or in the meetings, and then out here on the field, we're getting better. We got to recover quick and take care of ourselves and come out. I think it'll look a bit different. I think the energy from both teams is going to be a maximum on Sunday. It's a huge game for both. There'll be a different game, but we'll have a plan that can take care of the result and move forward.
You guys, obviously, it'll be your 3rd game in basically a week. I mean, with having played the same lineup in these first 2 games, is fatigue a worry? Are you going to have to make changes to your lineup going into Sunday?
We're constantly evaluating that. We want to make sure every player, every game is available to play maximum minutes. We do a lot of different things. Our conditioning coach is an expert at taking care of the players, and we as technical staff are very conscious. We will know Saturday if everything that should have happened has happened, and if it hasn't, then we have a decision to make on looking at players that are physically ready. So far, we've been a team that does recover well, and we lose training time sometimes because of it. We lose contact on the field because we value the physical piece, and then you also look at the stats with goals scored and goals conceded. I mean, we're double digits in the last 15 minutes, and we've conceded maybe 2 or 3. The stats towards the end of the game are very strong. I think it's a good job in how we recover. And this is the biggest task in that challenge for Sunday. Quick turnaround again. Hopefully they don't enjoy themselves too much tonight because it was a good night, and they get their sleep, and we're ready to go on Friday and Saturday for training.
Mark, you mentioned that you might give this performance a 9 out of 10. What areas of the team would you still like to see improve between now and the first playoff game?
I think the first half we had control. Houston had a deeper line, but we had control in getting to areas with people faced up to go where we wanted. But we kind of played at one speed, and I think that, and we spoke about it a little bit half time, when we get into those areas, we get those players on the ball, the speed has to change. It's just like our defending. There's areas that we're passive and we're moving, and there's times when we go. And it's the same when we attack. So I think changing the speed can be improved. And there was a few times that their centre forward got off our back line and got in pockets and almost got turned. We can stop counter attacks a lot earlier if we have control of the game. There's not loads of games that has happened. There's not loads of games we've tried to go after control. We've been a counter attacking team probably half the time this year. We can tidy those things up, be sharper in changing the speed, and also defending earlier and faster so they don't get towards our goal.
On Sunday